All right, guys, we are here for episode number 11 out of 12 for Bus Stop Blogs, where each week I give you a recap of what we've been up to at the iron yard. So we are nearing the end. We've got one more week left to go after this. So it has flown by for sure. And it's been a blast. So we are in our third week of doing React right now, and it's been a great experience. It's the React class is only me and two other students, so we've really gotten a whole lot out of the class and out of our teacher. So this week we've been doing a lot of Redux, and prior to this week, so as you may or may not know, I'm also learning Angular on my own alongside React, and because my job that I'm starting in just over a week will involve a decent amount of Angular, and so I would say that the only advantage that I was seeing with Angular over React is the way that their data fetching is set up in one sense. I actually hate the way that you have to get data initially in Angular. I think it's a pain. You can't just do like a normal Ajax request. You've got to bring in this module, and it's really a pain. But once you have it, then it's pretty easy to bring it into each component, sort of. All the data is coming from one location, and so that's cool. And I was thinking, all right, that's the one win that Angular has over React. But we started doing Redux this week, and so that's basically what Redux does for React. It allows you to basically keep all of your state in one place, and then you can just kind of pass it wherever. And so that has been a game changer for sure. And I love it. Love Redux. It makes getting data into each component a whole lot easier. And the setting up, I would say like day one of learning Redux was a little bit weird at first, but once you kind of get used to it, it's not bad at all, and it's definitely preferred. So anyway, that's what we've been up to with that. Our weekly project wasn't anything terribly exciting. It was just kind of building like an e-commerce site. So it was fine. What was cool about it, there are a couple things cool about the approach I took. One is that I basically did it in React and Angular, so that's cool, because I got to be getting my Angular practice in. And then I also built my own backend API using Node. So the data that you see on my project is coming from, it's actually an Ajax call that I'm doing to an API that I built and deployed onto Heroku. So it's not even data on your own local machine. It's actually like out there on the internet. So anyway, so that was cool. That was fun getting to do that. And then yesterday and today, the three of us in our React class are doing a group project, and so it's kind of a like a collaborative effort where we were given this code base and we've got to kind of dig through it a little bit, and then we have all these tasks to do. And so there's a client side and a server side to it, and then we're using like a Trello board to manage all of our tasks, and then we're dividing those up between the three of us and using Git to do all of our commits and pushing and merging, and so it's been good, you know. It's really cool getting to work on something as a group, you know. There was one yesterday was interesting for sure. So my friend Jeff in the class, he was building an API for one of our tasks, and then I was working on a task on the front end that would call that API. And so anyway, I was working on it, and then something was weird about it though, and I couldn't figure it out what was going on, and so I spent a good amount of my day yesterday working on that, and then it turns out there was a small error on the back end, not to the point that the data wasn't posting. The data was posting like it was supposed to, but it wasn't rendering in a timely manner. And so anyway, it had to do with the callback function in his API. There was a weird thing there. So the data was being posted correctly, but it was just some strange stuff happening. So yeah, all in all, it ended up kind of being funny. That this problem that I worked on like all day was actually just because of one little line of code on the server side. So anyway, lesson learned, I guess. You know, check the API sooner than later. So anyway, that's been a lot of fun. So I think we're going to be able to finish it up today. It's just like a little flashcard app, you know, nothing crazy. So I started on my final project this week. I've been doing some planning, really for the past week or two. I've been doing some planning, and there's another person who's kind of, in a way, doing this project with me. He's not a developer. But he's sort of the creative person. This is something we're kind of actually try to push as a business, and so we'll see how it goes. And so been doing the planning for a little while. I did a design mock-up yesterday or 2 days ago, and then actually brought that to life yesterday. And then I'm going to start kind of hashing out the database a little bit. I think I'm going to go with a relational database. I think that's going to be the way to go. Obviously, you don't really know what the project is yet, so I can't really explain very well why I'm going to go with a relational database over something like Mongo. But I think that's definitely going to be the way to go. So anyway, my job starts in just over a week, which is crazy and very exciting. So looking forward to it. That's all I've got for you this morning. One more. See ya.